Hi, I'm Ashley. Did you know that 9 out of every 10 startups fail? It's a shocking statistic, especially considering the excitement and hope every entrepreneur begins with. But what exactly separates the rare few who succeed from the overwhelming majority who don't? Today, we're uncovering the critical reasons why most startups crash and burn, and more importantly, learning powerful lessons from billionaires who've navigated their startups to massive success. If you've ever wondered what makes billionaires like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or Mark Zuckerberg succeed where others fail, you're about to find out. The number one reason startups fail, according to billionaire investor Warren Buffett, is actually pretty simple: a lack of understanding of the market. Entrepreneurs often fall in love with their product instead of the problem it solves. Think about it. How many times have you seen businesses create solutions nobody asked for? Buffett emphasizes that successful startups obsessively understand what customers genuinely need and tailor their products accordingly. But understanding the market is just the first step. What happens when startups don't clearly define their value? That brings us to mistake number 2, failing to clearly communicate their unique selling proposition. Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal and early investor in Facebook, insists startups must have a crystal clear reason why their product stands out. Without a clear differentiator, your startup simply blends into the noise. Ask yourself honestly, does your idea clearly offer something significantly better than competitors? But even having the best product isn't enough if you don't avoid the next big mistake: running out of cash. According to Elon Musk, one of the toughest lessons he learned was about managing money. When Musk launched Tesla and SpaceX, he realized how quickly cash could vanish, almost bringing him to bankruptcy. He highlights that successful entrepreneurs stay hyper-aware of their burn rate. The goal isn't just to spend money wisely, it's about knowing exactly when and how to pivot if funds start running low. Yet even businesses flush with cash still fail. So what's another hidden pitfall entrepreneurs overlook? Mistake number 4 is poor leadership and team dynamics. Steve Jobs once said, "Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people." Jobs knew firsthand that having talented individuals wasn't enough. Leaders must cultivate a shared vision and culture, something many founders underestimate. Hiring skilled people won't help if your team doesn't align with your vision, or worse, undermines each other. But let's say your team is aligned and your finances are healthy. How else might your startup unexpectedly crumble? The 5th critical mistake is scaling too quickly or prematurely. Mark Zuckerberg famously advised entrepreneurs to move fast and break things, but he later revised his stance, realizing rapid scaling can create more issues than it solves. Growth is exciting, but billionaires know scaling too soon, without robust processes in place, often leads to disaster. Startups should first master their core market before aggressively expanding, ensuring their foundation is strong enough to support bigger growth. Now let's pause here for a second, because there's an even more dangerous trap entrepreneurs frequently fall into. Mistake number 6 is stubbornly ignoring customer feedback. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, credits his success to obsessively listening to customers. He famously keeps an empty chair at important meetings, symbolizing the customer's seat. Too many startups dismiss critical feedback, seeing it as personal criticism rather than valuable insight. But billionaires know negative feedback is often the most helpful. Could ignoring your customers be the reason your startup struggles? The 7th pitfall is equally surprising yet deadly: fear of failure. Billionaire entrepreneur Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, believes that the secret to her success was being willing to fail. Most entrepreneurs think failure is devastating, but Blakely suggests failure is an essential stepping stone toward innovation. Startups that fear failure avoid risks and miss breakthrough opportunities. Instead of seeing setbacks as fatal, billionaires leverage them as powerful learning experiences. But speaking of failure, there's another big mistake that causes startups to overlook critical threats. Mistake number 8 is complacency, believing initial success guarantees future triumph. Think about Blockbuster, MySpace, or Kodak. All once dominated their markets, then crumbled because they stopped innovating. Billionaires never rest on early victories. They're always looking ahead. They constantly ask themselves, what's next? But here's the twist. Even when startups seem to avoid these common pitfalls, why do so many still fail? Is there a hidden factor that billionaires rarely discuss? A secret ingredient to startup success that you won't find in any business textbook? Keep watching, because the answer might just redefine how you see entrepreneurship forever. Here's the hidden truth. Billionaires understand that success is deeply connected to relentless adaptability. Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn, famously described entrepreneurship as jumping off a cliff and building a plane on the way down. That's not just risk-taking, that's adaptability at its purest. Hoffman emphasizes that startups must constantly evolve, adapting to unexpected market changes, competitive threats, and new customer insights. Think about Netflix. Today, it dominates streaming, but it started as a mail-order DVD rental service. Had Netflix refused to adapt and stayed with its original business model, we might never have heard of it. Billionaires know flexibility is their ultimate competitive advantage. Could your resistance to change be secretly undermining your startup's future? The billionaire mindset embraces uncertainty, turning it into opportunity. Take Airbnb, for instance. Initially laughed at for suggesting people rent strangers' homes. Yet its founders kept refining their idea, adapting rapidly to market feedback until Airbnb became indispensable in travel. Billionaires understand one vital truth. If you can't quickly adapt to what your market demands, your startup's chances of survival plummet dramatically. But adaptability isn't just about pivoting your product. It's also about adapting yourself as a leader. Billionaire entrepreneur Richard Branson believes adaptability means consistently stepping outside your comfort zone. He actively seeks unfamiliar situations, knowing discomfort fuels innovation. Could staying comfortable and avoiding personal growth be stifling your startup's potential? However, the final and most profound lesson billionaires offer is this. Success isn't purely about money, it's about purpose. Bill Gates openly shares that he built Microsoft around a purpose, to empower individuals and businesses worldwide. Purpose drives relentless motivation and resilience, enabling startups to weather any storm. Without purpose, entrepreneurs eventually burn out, losing motivation when challenges arise. And here's the crucial insight. Purpose-driven businesses consistently outperform purely profit-driven ones. Consider Patagonia, the outdoor clothing brand whose deep environmental purpose attracts fiercely loyal customers. Purpose inspires teams, fuels innovation, and ultimately generates immense success. Billionaires know money alone never sustains long-term motivation. Could your startup's lack of clear purpose be holding it back? Ultimately, understanding why startups fail and learning from billionaires who succeeded boils down to this. Success requires constant market understanding, clear differentiation, financial discipline, cohesive leadership, thoughtful scaling, customer obsession, fearless risk-taking, relentless innovation, adaptability, and genuine purpose. So now ask yourself honestly, does your startup truly embody these billionaire lessons? The difference between becoming a statistic and building a billion-dollar business often hinges on embracing these crucial insights. Remember, startups aren't easy, but armed with these lessons, you dramatically increase your odds of joining the elite 10% who thrive. Are you ready to apply billionaire wisdom to your own journey? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.